jurisdiction simply means authority, right? So the very first thing that happens is that the law says that a case must be filed by an attorney or pro se within JP, district, county, probate court, federal court's jurisdiction. You cannot just call the court and say, hey, come and get it. I'm tired of it. I want a divorce. You can't. You have to file it in writing. All right? So the very first thing that happens is a case is filed. The second thing that happens is that the court clerks issue what's called a citation within the JP, which is the Justice of the Peace, district, county, and probate court. Or another name for a citation is a summons. And we'll get into this later. You know, I don't want you guys to start getting caught up in semantics, because you'll hear people in Houston. What do you guys call that road that's right next to the highway? Like if you're trying to get on the freeway?
Frontage road.
Service road, the feeder road.
They call it a feeder road.
Yeah, we call it feeder road.
We call it a service road.
Okay. Yeah.
And Country Town's gonna call it the frontage road.
Right. But we're right.
And they're all the same. Just like in some courts they're gonna call it a citation. Other courts are gonna call it a summons. And we'll do a little thing later on where I'm gonna have you guys sing the song that says a citation is a summons and a summons is a citation. We'll do that a little bit later on. But court clerks issue a citation or a summons informing the respondent of a pending lawsuit. Oh, this is great. I've said two words that I know you guys don't know what they mean. All right. Who is the person that files a lawsuit?
Plaintiff or petitioner.
Plaintiff or a petitioner. Who is the person that is being served? Respondent or defendant. So here we go again. A plaintiff is called a petitioner, and a defendant is called a respondent. All right, this is just some legalese 101, right? All right, so the very first thing that happens in any case is that a case is filed. The second thing that happens is that the court issues a citation. The third thing that happens, and I just want to give you guys a visual of this because a lot of people are visual, right? I thought I had one just sitting up. Because like I said, I am a process server by trade, and as such, I've got cases upon cases upon cases. So it's like, what are you going to do with all those cases? I was like, how about I just start a school and let my students see what we really do. All right, so the very first thing that happens is that this complaint was filed, or petition was drafted, and then they filed it with the court. That's why it's got that little electronic date stamp right there, because it's filed with the court. All right. Once they have filed it with the court is now going to issue. This is the document that's called a citation. Right. The citation says you have been sued. You may employ an attorney. We'll talk about that in just a second as well. So the very first thing that happens, the documents are filed with the court. Now the court issues a citation, and they want to get in. They want to get involved now, right? They cannot get involved until number 3 happens. This is the first time that we come into the picture. Well, actually, I was in this picture back on number 1, because back in the day, I'm a courier. We would be the ones to go file the cases with the court. And when I first started in this business, I would go anywhere in DFW for $10. Anywhere in DFW for $10. And I sent out the ad. You know, me personally, when I first got started with this, I did not care what your name was. I did not care what your practice area is. I don't care how many degrees you got. I don't even care what your address is. All I cared about was what your email address was, right? So I had a contact list. Matter of fact, Donna created my contact list, and it had, you know, a couple 20,000 attorneys on there. And I just sent an email out to all of them. And whatever product I was selling that day. And whoever called, and I would send out my ad for $10, and they was like, is this for real? I'm like, yes ma'am, it's for real. Because I needed a reason to be at these different courthouses, right? I needed a reason to be out there. I'll tell you a little bit about that later on. But the third thing that happens is notice of the suit and any subsequent hearing must be properly delivered or served to the respondent by a sheriff, constable, officer of the court. We are not officers of the court. We are more UPS or FedEx than we are officer of the court. All right? We'll get into this a little bit later as well. or a private process server approved. This is the only thing that we are. A private process server approved and certified by the state Supreme Court. If